In today's video, I'm going to tell you about the most painful deaths that happened in the world. So let's start our countdown. Ravi Subramaniam, the person you are watching, is from India. He used to work as a pilot on Mumbai's Air T plane, commanding the plane during landing and takeoff. On December 16, 2016, he was standing on the runway performing his duty when suddenly a plane started coming towards him at high speed. He turned his back towards the aircraft and was giving parking instructions to another plane. But the pilot of the plane coming from behind was so engrossed in his music that he didn't even see Ravi. Due to the noise of the plane, Ravi also couldn't tell that another plane was coming from behind. He was still standing when that plane came quickly, and its engine sucked Ravi straight in. As soon as it collided with the engine, his body got stuck inside, and the blades of the engine cut him into pieces. His corpse was coming out in pieces from the plane's engine, and this scene was so horrific that anyone could get chills from it. What's even more terrifying is that this horror scene was captured on the airport's CCTV cameras. According to those who saw this scene, it seemed as if Ravi was put into a meat grinder. It was such a painful and horrible death. Taylor Turner was from America. This 18-year-old boy had a keen interest in skydiving since childhood. So his mother took him to the skydive center in America so that he could fulfill his passion for jumping from the sky. The instructor with Taylor was young Ong, and he was 25 years old. Before skydiving, Taylor was not only quite excited, but also quite nervous because it was his first time jumping from the sky. Anyway, these people put Taylor in the plane and took him to a height of 133,000 feet, and he jumped with his instructor. Well, everything was fine at the beginning, but when these people were about to reach the ground, young Ong's parachute did not open. He tried very hard to open the parachute, but it didn't open. Both started falling from a height of 13,000 feet. It is also terrifying that when Taylor was falling to the ground, his mother was watching him fall. You won't believe it, but Taylor fell to the ground in front of his mother, and his death occurred right there. Just imagine what would have happened to his mother after seeing her young son falling alive on the ground. Anyway, after Taylor's death, this woman filed a case against the parachute center, and when the investigation was done, it was found that the instructor sent with Taylor was actually an amateur. The instructor was actually taking skydiving training himself, and these people handed Taylor over to him. When these people reached the sky, the instructor did not understand how to open the parachute. He was confused, and he couldn't open the parachute properly. Because of this, he himself died. And along with him, Taylor also fell to his death. While this incident was really terrifying, it was February 28, 2020, in Russia. There was a blogger living in Moscow named Yekaterina Didenko. It was her 29th birthday party, and she planned to celebrate her birthday with her friends on a small pool. Well, these people reached the pool, and Yekaterina started swimming. Dry ice had been dumped in the pool after guests complained it was too warm. Can't believe that these people threw more than 30 kilos of dry ice into this small pool to create freezing and fog effect. As soon as this dry ice mixed with water, released carbon dioxide gas, and in the midst of all that fun, they didn't even realize that the dry ice they had thrown into the pool would deplete the oxygen in the air and cause suffocation to everyone, even their friends. Yekaterina already suffocated and died in the pool, but her friends couldn't see because of fog. Two of her friends also jumped inside and started choking and grasping for oxygen. Not only the pool, but the whole room was filled with carbon dioxide gas, and it was completely depleted of oxygen. Anyway, they were taken to the hospital immediately, and the doctors somehow saved the lives of 3 individuals. But Yekaterina's husband died before reaching the hospital. How a small birthday party made so many people fall into the pit of death. Really unbelievable. Now the story I'm going to tell you is about Scottish tourist Michael Rennie from Perth who visited Egypt. One day he made a plan with his wife to go on a sky tour in a hot air balloon. They bought tickets and got into the balloon. Apart from this couple, there was a pilot, and 20 individuals present in this balloon. They started their journey a little before the sunrise so that they could enjoy the morning view from the sky. Well, everything was going absolutely normal, and these people enjoyed quite a bit by sitting in the air balloon. But then the pilot slowly started bringing the balloon towards the ground. But when the balloon remained only 30 feet above the ground, suddenly there was a fire inside it. Everyone was screaming in panic as the fire was spreading so fast that everyone started burning in it. The pilot, instead of rescuing the people, immediately jumped from the balloon. When Michael saw this while jumping to the ground, he also jumped from the balloon to save his life. Well, Michael loved his life so much that he didn't care about his wife and jumped down. As soon as these two jumped from the balloon, the balance of the air balloon went out, and instead of landing on the ground, it started going towards the sky at a fast pace. When the balloon reached a height of 100 feet, 7 others also jumped from it to save their lives. But unfortunately, those people fell from such a height that they died as soon as they fell. Michael's wife, along with more than half of the people, was inside the balloon. Suddenly, there was a huge blast in this balloon, and all the people in the balloon were alive, burning to ashes. As you can see in the video, how this air balloon was wrapped in fire and smoke. Anyway, only 2 people survived in the accident who had jumped from the balloon. One was Michael, and the other was its pilot. Well, what could be worse than being half alive in the sky? So that's it for today. See you in the next video.